Sup, y'all? I want to apologize for the sound on my last video. Apparently, sometimes YouTube compresses it and I wasn't aware, so you probably didn't even get the message. So I'm going to record it on my recorder like this. It pretty much was just talking about false prophets and how like this generation is just pretty much tainted from all the media. It's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, like, to be completely honest, like, I hate that I ever started rapping. I'm not gonna lie, I should have just stuck to writing and keeping things behind the scenes. When you start, like, trying to get into a industry, it could be a little awkward. The internet is not our platform, so they can take whatever off they want. They can make it look however they want. They could do whatever they want. My concern is the youth, the children. Like, I see so many children just trying to be somebody on this internet, and they doing it the wrong way because the bad negative shit gets monetized, gets publicity. And when you trying to do the right thing, you trying to do something positive or a little bit talented, it gets completely ignored. So I'm witnessing it myself. These parents be too busy to know what's going on with their children, man. Like, people don't sit down at the dinner table no more and talk to their kids. They don't talk to their kids about the birds and the bees. They learning it out here on the internet from these rappers and stuff. Like, it's so many kids that feel like they can't even talk to their parents. And it's sad. So I'm going to just stick to doing what I've been posting. All my messages going to be in the music from now on. Because I can't keep... I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at this point. Like, sometimes I be wondering, why do I care? I ain't even got no kids. That be my main concern. But, I just be looking at this social media. These kids be out here wilding out, want to be menaces just so they can get somewhere. But I guess it is what it is, right? Anyway, if you listening this far, I really appreciate you. I'm just ranting and venting my thoughts. Ain't no one else to talk to when you feel misunderstood. You feel alone when you're around so many people, but don't nobody get you. It feel like you gotta kind of like squeeze into a box just to be accepted. But whatever. My name is Duchess, and I am a hip hop artist. I initially started off like wanting to be an actress like that. Like, when I was young, I wanted to be a writer, an actress, or a model. But growing up, like during my era, like 90s, it was so many like requirements. Like, it was even height requirements. You feel me? So everything's so different now. But I was trying to get into the industry. When you still had to audition, send in your headshots. Now you can just put yourself out there and get some views. But the platforms have become so overpopulated, they can pick and choose who gets to be seen. And I'm just noticing a pattern of like what mainstream rap has turned into is very, very sickening. Everything is so demonic now. It like literally went from gangster rap to demon time. And it's so many kids that's looking up to that stuff, like 8, 9, 10-year-olds, just getting groomed by the industry, man. Like, sometimes I wish I never, ever, I wish I would have just, I don't know, straight up. The best thing you can do is try to save yourself. If you still in your 20s, you got time. You get to a certain age, you don't understand this generation no more. Things just turn. I don't know. I guess this voice memo is getting a little lengthy. But for those who want to know, unlock your power inside and use your discernment. Like, I'm always emphasizing, go back to your roots. Because this new technology generation, this not us. This not us. It's interfering with the electrical strength we already have to communicate with the ether. People don't care. They just want to be... I know people who, on government assistance, can't keep the hot water on, need help paying rent, but your middle school kid got an $800 iPhone. People who barely making it, they struggling, but they managed to wear name brand designer clothes. Our mindset is so messed up that we have pretty much neglected the youth. We force the young kids to want to be like the dope dealers and the strippers. And the bad thing is, the mamas is like just as young, so they teaching the kids the same thing. Y'all have no idea how much blood has been shed. People really be dying in this industry, trying to be heard, thinking they got a message, thinking they got a gift, thinking they got some talent. Best thing to do, stay local. And hey, I'm just a nobody trying to become somebody. I ain't got much longer. I just want to leave a message to the kids, man. Be yourself. Don't be trying to be like nobody else. You don't know nobody's struggling, what people really go through behind closed doors. The people who have the biggest, brightest smiles are suffering the most sometimes. Don't compare yourself to nobody. Sit in silence and figure out what your purpose is. The only true way to happiness and peace in this hell of a life is to find your identity, your purpose, what God put you on this earth for, what God put you here to do. That's it. Once you start dwelling in the other things, it's distraction. Like whatever energy you in, that's what you're going to attract. Like you can say you want some money, you can say you want success, you can say you want somebody to love you, but how you really feel, because that energy you giving out through your pores, your aura, that's what you're going to attract. If you really miserable and sad and low vibrational, it don't matter how pretty your outfit is, how expensive your car is, how fancy your neighborhood is, you still going to attract misery to you. So just keep your eyes open. I recommend highly doing shadow work. You know, don't just hop to trying to see through the veil first. You got to heal first. Heal some of that trauma. Some people, third eye, opens at a very young age, but that's not for everybody. I recommend you highly start at the roots. The chakras are in line for a reason. You got to go in order. A lot of people go crazy once they tap into that third eye and they start seeing devils in these people. They can't take it. You got to heal first. You got to communicate. Throat chakra. You got to learn how to express how you feel. Because we are all spiritual, emotional beings trapped behind this vessel. This flesh, this skin is blocking us. And everything we put in our body is helping weigh us down. So you just got to walk light out here. Try to do things with love. Because deep in your heart, if you're doing something out of love or out of spite. So to the next generation, don't get caught up in the crowd. Don't be all with the hype. I swear it's not worth it. It's not worth being the most turned. It's not worth being the most popular. It's not worth having all this money. The more money you got, you attract snakes, serpents follow you. And trust me, Satan ain't gonna come looking like no scary monster to scare you away. Satan gonna come looking real good and tempting. Satan gonna look like whatever your biggest vice is, whatever you love and want, desire the most. You want riches and cars. Satan gonna tempt you with that. You want drugs. You want to get lit. You like alcohol. You like women. You like weed. You like... Satan gonna come to you with that. Oh, you can have as much as you want. So you gotta have you gotta be ready. You gotta have your spiritual goggles on so you can really see. Because a lot of people that say they love you, they just saying it. You gotta pay attention to actions. You got to pay attention to people's actions, man. The eyes tell everything. So it's a wild world out here. No matter what nobody think, like, this is definitely like some strange times. And I just hope you had a love for yourself, so you don't be tempted and manipulated by others. You must have love for yourself. You got to find a way to love yourself so you don't get manipulated by others. So if you made it this far to the voice memo, I couldn't really get it out the way I wanted to, but pretty much just, we got to try to be a better example. We got to try to change ourselves, be better people for ourselves, so the next generation can have a chance. Because if not, they just going to keep falling for the system, putting that money in their hand, but destroying themselves. They don't care. You know how many people ready to get up out this world, man? Don't you know it's nothing but blackness on the other side? No worries, no nothing. Like, people, it's nothing on the other side. These kids living to die. They don't care whether they live or die. They just trying to get a little something while they here, because they feel like nothing. Parents be too busy nowadays to even know who they... Look at all these missing kids. Parents don't know who their kid talking to on the internet. They don't know who their kid best friend, let alone who they riding around with. It's crazy out here. It ain't even about a color no more. The color is green, that dollar bill. And that dollar bill is about to have no face value in this country. I'm telling you, the first will be last, the last shall be first. The third world country, everybody coming over here, setting up shop. And what America got? $7.25 an hour minimum wage in the South. But we still going against each other and voting for these folks who ain't doing nothing. People who literally just putting poison in our hands day after day after day, putting a gun in our hand, tell us go ahead, blow it away. Like it gets to the point where it literally, you can tell life is just a game, man. Just play your hand. Don't be trying to fit in. Don't be trying to... Just find your purpose and do that. As soon as you do what you gotta do in this earth, next level, you can ascend, baby. So I guess I'm getting back to the pen. Getting back to that. Getting back to that pen, man. Cause that ain't gonna never go away. Hope y'all have a